Hey, how are you doing everybody? My name is 92 and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to go over the 6 things that everybody who is starting out with Python should know. Starting out with number 1 is you should know how to install and set up environment in Python to start programming in, to code in. Now, if you're unaware of these things and if you don't know how to do that, check this video out in which I go through the steps and methods for you to install Python and set up an environment to start coding in. Now that you know how to set up an environment to code in, you should understand what we can do with Python. Now Python, being the great general purpose language it is, can be used for a lot of things, from like automated scripts to machine learning to making desktop GUIs, graphical user interfaces, making two-dimensional games, to even developing backends of websites. Now, if you are unaware of backend and if this is a new word for you, that rolls us onto our number 3, that is to understand difference between front end and back end. Now, this is something which not only Python developers should know, but in general every developer should know, or everybody who's starting to program should know. So basically what front end is the user side of the things. The website, when you open it, whatever you see on the web page and how it functions, it's the front end. And the 3 languages which are primarily used for the front end is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Whereas the backend is all the logic, the programming and the algorithm which goes on inside the website. Everything that makes the website more functional and working. If you have to get an analogy for it, the front end is the face while the backend is the brain. All the functioning goes on in the backend, the server side, which is also known as, whereas everything that you are doing is seen on the front end or the client side of the things. Now that that's out of the way and you understand what you can do with Python and difference between front end and back end, we come to a number 4, that is you don't have to know everything about Python to become a Python developer or start programming in Python. All you have to be knowing is what you're doing, how your code works. If you're taking a code from somebody, you should be able to understand that code and understand the functionality of the code and write code. It's not necessary that you should be knowing everything or you should be a master or expert at Python to start coding in Python and calling yourself a Python developer. You don't have to do that. I understand it can be a little intimidating, understanding the range of things Python can be applied on, but trust me, just stick with the gut, start programming, and you will learn more and more as you go on. Now that that's out of the way and you can look at the coding aspect of Python, which is number 5 by the way, is you should know the functionality and applicability of loops and data structures in Python. The 2 loops which are used in Python is for loop and while loop. There is another loop which I am aware of, that is do while loop, which is generally used in C and C++, but you don't have to worry about that now. All you have to do is understand the functionality of for loop and while loop. And also data structures, which are in Python which are primarily used in Python, are lists, dictionaries, sets and tuples. You should be aware of them and you should know the functionality. Again, you don't have to be a master of them, you don't have to know everything about them, but you should just know the difference between them and what they can be used for. There's another thing which actually continues in this point, but I will name it as number 6 because it's not related to Python specifically, is that you should know data types. Even though Python is not a data defined or type defined language like C++ and Java, Python is an interpreted language and you don't really have to define the type of variable which you're declaring, but because basically the interpreter does it for you. But it is good if you know what data types are and different types of data types are. The 3 major being integer, string and float. Again, you don't have to know everything about it and it's not really necessary for you to know, because Python, the interpreter does it for you, but knowing them might help you while debugging your code and understanding how your program actually works, and if there is something which you shouldn't do, you will understand that too. Now that's all the 6 things which in my opinion everybody starting with Python should know, and There are something which I wish I knew when I started out with Python. There are a few things which I already knew when I started out with Python and helped me a great deal while for me learning Python. So if I'm missing something or there's something which you want to share with the community, just make sure to comment down below in the comment section. It will help everybody out. Also leave a like if you learned something new from this video. A like will help a lot to me because the algorithm will just think that more people want to see the video and it will share it to more people. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It's a fairly new channel of mine and it would be a great deal if you subscribe to my channel. There will be more great content coming up very soon on this channel. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till that time, stay fit, stay awesome, and bye bye.